This time, Backroads is venturing to Mataranka in the top end. This is the legendary land of the Never Never.
Mataranka's like Marmite, like you either love it or you hate it. We definitely fall into the never, never leave camp on that one. We love it.
There's a lot of people, probably the majority, will be like, how do you live here? Like, there's nothing here.
I'm in the quintessential outback.
Yeah.
Woo! With a big ticket waterhole.
Then they took me out here and said, you know, there was a croc out here last Saturday. I said, what? They said they really like American ribs. And
The true story we of the Never Never began here, behind the back of beyond, in the land of the Never Never. In that elusive land with an elusive name. Written by Jeannie Gunn in 1908 about life on a remote cattle station, the classic book then became a film.
This is your domestic stuff. They'll clean up the house for you, wash that sort of thing, and keep an eye on them, otherwise they'll clear out.
The story captured a time when early cattle graziers worked with Aboriginal people.
They would have been doing all the work. I think there were good bosses and bad bosses. I mean, some would have ruled with an iron fist.
That was real tough, man. If you walk out from camp, they'll drag you and rope you up and pull you back.
Today, the first people of the Never Never are navigating survival and culture in modern Australia.
Some of the kids told me they want to be principal, teacher.
They told you they want to be you when they grow up.
Yeah.
It's been almost 120 years since the Never Never story captured Australia's imagination. I'm Kristy O'Brien, and I want to find out if the magic of the Never Never still holds true. The town of Mataranka is on the main drag from Darwin to Alice Springs. During the dry season, thousands of tourists flock here for the fishing, selfies, and of course, the famous thermal springs. I've come to dig a bit deeper into the nostalgia of the Never Never. But I won't lie, my first stop is a quick swim. It's mostly dry bush and red dirt around Mataranka, but here, it's another world. These cabbage palms are found in just a few pockets of Australia. 15,000 years ago, Aboriginal people carried the seeds over 1,000 kilometres south and propagated these palms in the central desert. Pristine, warm water from deep underground bubbles up into these springs, flowing to creeks and the Roper River, breathing life into the land. It was this green landscape that lured graziers here in the late 1800s. Amongst those enticed to the remote outback was Jeannie Gunn, who wrote We of the Never Never about her time in Mataranka. A land that bewitches her people with strange spells and mysteries, called the Never Never because those who have lived in it and loved it never voluntarily leave it. Sadly enough, there are too many who never do leave it. Others who succeed in getting out of it swear they will never return to it. It's quite mystical, isn't it? I wonder if this place still has that hold over people today. The book was published in 1908. It shaped many Australians' perceptions of the outback. But what has been largely forgotten from the book is its small glimpse of the brutal reality on the frontier. I want to hear how the story unfolded from the locals that call the Never Never home. G'day, Rowan.
Hey, Kristy, how you going?
Good. Can I grab a ride?
Yeah, no worries.
That's it. So where are we off to today, Rowan?
Yeah, we're heading out to Cave Creek, which is our property, cattle property.
Rowan Sullivan has lived in the Territory most of his life.
I was born in New South Wales.
Oh, right.
At Gilgandra.
You've been here ever since, basically?
Pretty much, yeah, since I was 9 months old.
I think we can count you as a local.
Yeah.
The Sullivans have Cave Creek and leased land next door from Elsie Station. That's where Jeannie Gunn lived, made famous by We of the Never Never. In 1902, when Jeannie set off from Melbourne with her new husband, she was truly heading into the unknown. She was one of the first European women to live on pastoral land in the Territory. Nothing could have prepared Jeannie for this harsh landscape, the heat, humidity and life in the bush. Hello.
This is my mother, Barbara.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Barbara Sullivan made her own epic journey 6 decades after Jeannie.
We packed our traps and we brought the truck with a tractor on the back and the car was loaded down to the hilt.
Barbara and her late husband Jim and baby Rowan ventured thousands of miles across New South Wales and Queensland towards the Never Never.
We arrived on the block on the 16th of June 1964, which was our second wedding anniversary.
What a present.
And I was quite reluctant. And Rowan didn't ever want to get in the car again. I don't think he'd had enough. It was a bit of a struggle. The block was pretty primitive. We camped in a dried out swamp for a few months.
But 9-month-old Rowan took to the Territory like a crocodile.
He used to crawl around and he enjoyed himself, and he used to pick up frogs and all sorts of things. And the goannas used to come and explore and see if there was anything to eat. My story really is very similar to a lot of women in the Northern Territory, and I wouldn't like to go back and live in the city now.
As you said that, I thought of that line immediately, that, you know, the pull of the Never Never. You know.
Yes, never, never want to leave, that's right, yes. It's become my home and I don't like going away from it.
Generations of graziers have stuck it out here in the Territory. And today, the cattle game is a $1.2 billion industry. But it would never be what it is now without stockmen like Jeffrey John.
Certainly a lot of skill involved in handling cattle, particularly on horseback, and where Jeffrey would have cut his teeth, sort of handling wild cattle, or, you know, tougher cattle than ours, that's for sure.
Jeffrey was born on a cattle station southeast of Mataranka. He's one of a few Aboriginal stockmen of his generation still working. How do you feel when you're in the saddle?
Good. Some people, they get chucked up, not me. I'm a bushrider, you know.
Jeffrey's from the nearby Waterman people, but he has spent most of his life here on Mungarai country.
I used to mushroom around here when I was a bit small.
At that time, Aboriginal people played a key role in the cattle industry. Jeffrey followed in his family's footsteps.
Yeah, they're all stockmen. My father, my grandfather, my grandmother.
He tells me the harsh reality of how Aboriginal people began working for cattle graziers.
Well, whenever get taken out from bush, the white man picked them up and take them to the station and make them work just with a tugger. But they didn't ever get money or something like that now.
The Aborigines, they would have been doing all the work, all the stock work and all the domestic work and that sort of thing. I think there were good bosses and bad bosses. I mean, some would have ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah, they were real tough men. If you walk out from camp, they'll track you and rope you up and pull you back.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
Despite terrible exploitation of his people in the past, Jeffrey has stuck with the job.
Now you got good wages, now you work good way too, now you got everything all set up good. But that living is real hard. Right? I reckon a cattle job is more better than the town life. And when I go marching and do everything, well, it make me think back on my family. I like being in the country. And this country is every part of my, like my sacred area too. While I'm traveling around the place, I see all them sacred places too. And that make me think about my old people. Yeah.
Might as well trim and chop that up back in there.
Cool. Yep, no worries.
You could still trim it.
The Sullivans feel that Jeffrey has given them much more than years of hard work.
We're very lucky to have found somebody with the local knowledge and connection to country that Jeffrey's got.
I like talking to him about, you know, the old days before white fellas come into the country and that how they used to do things.
Jeffrey lives on Cave Creek Station. He's 67 but has no intention of retiring.
Well, my plan, I want to still work it, you know, until this mob tell me to retire now.
We're happy just for him to do whatever he's comfortable with, see his days out. And, yeah, even if he's ultimately sitting on a chair in the yards, if that makes him happy, that'd be...
Ash Downman is from Katherine, an hour north of here. She is Aboriginal, but her story is very different to Jeffrey's. Ash started mustering with the Sullivans in 2023. It's her first job as a stock woman.
Like, I started off as scared to be around cattle, like, did not like cattle and horses, but now I'm around cattle 24/7, around horses 24/7, and I love it.
Ash tells me a few years ago she was running into trouble with the wrong crowd in town. She knew she had to change something.
I think that's just what kind of kick-started, like, everything, and I was just like, I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
How do you feel when you're out amongst the cattle, on the horses, on this land?
I just kind of feel a lot more calmer out here. It's a lot better. My confidence has gone from very low to, like, very high, but since I first started. Now it's just like, it's just second nature, like, it's just, yeah, it's like I was just doing this my whole life, but I've only been doing it for a couple of years. It feels like forever, and I hope I can continue on, yeah.
For Ash and Jeffrey, working on stations seems deeply connected to the desire to be on country. The long-time locals I've met have no desire to leave the Never Never, but hardly anyone decides to move to Mataranka these days, let alone try to live off the land.
Yeah, we'll just get these zucchinis in here. These ones have gotten a bit big. They're cow food, I reckon.
Nathan Griggs and Emma Palmer are newcomers to town. They're not farmers, but looks like they're doing something right.
Oh, big lad.
We've got just under 6 acres, I think. What have we got? 6 horses.
You've got a lot.
You've got a lot. You've got boats and sheds.
Yeah,
cars.
I've got big boats. They don't need feeding every day, though.
6 horses, soon to be 7. I think at the last count, like 74 chickens.
4 dogs.
4 dogs, 3 cows.
Nathan is from southwestern Australia. At 19, he set off in his ute, making a living, wait for it, doing whip-cracking shows around the country. Nathan stopped in Mataranka, then returned every dry season for the next 10 years. the Never Never kept calling him back.
I've got a few Guinness World Records. So the Guinness Book of World Records, that book filled with freaks. I made it.
Nathan is otherwise known as Whippy. He holds the world record for a whopping 697 whip cracks in 1 minute.
That's a pretty good party trick.
Jeez, it turns a few heads.
I bet. I should probably have a crack.
I'll stand back.
I would, yeah.
Get it out back first.
That's it.
I'm actually very chuffed with that first effort. That was... Thought I wouldn't even get a crack.
Yeah.
Woo!
So,
it's very empowering. You sort of feel quite like...
Yeah, now you got the party trick down pat.
I got the party trick down pat.
I've started cracking whips when I was 14, and I'd seen a bloke cracking a whip at Timber Creek, Northern Territory. Then I had some pocket money saved up, so I spent $55 on my first whip.
Big money when you're that age.
Massive money.
And did you pick it up straight away? Was it something that you instantly took to?
No, I was the worst at it.
Well, there's hope for us all.
Yeah, it took me about a week to get it actually to crack the thing, but I didn't have anybody showing me. That might have helped. This place, it grabs hold of you. There's something about the country here that's pretty special. Just the sheer vastness of the area is what's appealing to me. The red dirt. Who doesn't love red dirt and end mounds?
Nathan seems right at home here.
Hey, Jericho.
The fish out of water is Emma.
So the $1 million question is, how does a North English lass end up in the outback with a whip cracker?
I know, I think that's the question I still ask myself every day. Try explaining that to your family. What does he do? He's a whip cracker. And they're like, what?
Emma was backpacking around Australia. She came to work in Mataranka for 2 months, where she met Nathan.
I don't think we realised how much we liked each other
until I left.
Yeah, until you left, and I went to Queensland to do a tour.
I was like, I like you, but I do kind of want to go and do the West Coast.
After not long, they came back to Mataranka together to settle down.
Suzuki, have some manners, please.
Emma is from a rural village near Manchester in England.
There's shocking manners from you guys this morning.
Her weekends were spent with friends on their dairy farms, where she fell in love with cows.
Because you're starving, obviously. You've never been fed in your life. So we've got Jericho, he's the grey steer. We've got Suzuki, she's our milking cow. And then we've got Swift, the little baby, because Suzuki's Swift. Come on, Tilly, let's go.
Emma never predicted she'd end up in the outback, but this is the life she dreamed of.
I always said when I lived in the UK, I want to be able to wake up, see my horses from, you know, my bedroom window. It's not quite the bedroom window, it's the kitchen, so I can deal with that. It's close enough. I'm like, I've peaked too soon. I was like, what am I going to do now? Like, I've got my dream, age 26.
Have you heard of the book and the myths around this being Never Never country?
I have read the book. I don't know if this is the right answer, if it was pretty boring, to be honest. I read it because I live here, and I'm like, oh, I should probably read it. It was interesting. I think back in the day, that would have been quite a difficult place to be as, like, you know, an only woman in a, like, kind of outback world, you know.
Emma's experience is very different to Jeannie's. But like Jeannie, she hadn't had any contact with Indigenous people before she came here.
We're a small town, and really we're a majority Indigenous population. So obviously there comes with that, I think, kind of a responsibility to get to know a bit more about the history.
Mataranka is on the traditional lands of the Mungarai and Youngman peoples. From the 1870s, pastoral leases around the territory were granted to wealthy settlers, without any agreement having been made with the Aboriginal people who lived there. When Jeannie arrived, she wrote about injustice that she observed. The white man has taken the country from the blackfellow, and with it his right to travel where he will for pleasure or food. Around 1930, the book was abridged, removing such details and Jeannie's record of the hunting down with intention to kill Aboriginal people. Some critics view the original book as having minimised the violent dispossession, despite Jeannie's apparent sympathy for Aboriginal people.
Surely they have a right to hunt on their own land.
What makes it their land? This country was empty when I first come into it.
Except for the Aboriginals.
Jeannie's influential book is still in print, but her relationship with Aboriginal people here was brief. Jeannie stayed for just 1 year. When her husband died, she returned to Melbourne and never came back to the Never Never. I want to know what the descendants of the Aboriginal people who worked on stations are up to now.
Can I hitch a ride?
Hey, Kristy.
How are you?
Good.
I'm joining Callum Brown on his daily commute.
School run?
School run?
He works at a school in an Aboriginal community not far from Mataranka.
So you're driving the bus. Is anything else you do at the school?
Yeah. Principal, and I got my bus licence as well. So when we have school excursions, we all get the bus and I'm the bus driver. So, yeah, off we go.
Callum is 29 and from Melbourne. He came here for a teaching job, but he'd tasted the Never Never before.
So I travelled up here as a kid, and when I was about 10 years old, Mataranka was my favourite place we went to when we went around Australia. And now I get to live here for the last 5 years, so it's been fantastic.
Jilkmingan is an Indigenous community on the Roper River. It was established in 1974 by the Aboriginal people who worked and lived on Elsie Station. They relocated here for a better life.
Let's go.
Let's go, Kristy.
Over the last 50 years, the community have built the school up to what it is today.
Old people might always turn them. Got a finger.
Yeah, and then...
Yep.
Eastern Creole is spoken at the school.
Just by digging at them.
This isn't the original Mungarai language. Creole emerged in the top end after colonisation. Thomasina Duncan graduated here in 2017. Now she's back, working as an assistant teacher alongside her mum Tina, who also went to school here. Thomasina is passionate about literacy. She uses Creole to help the children read and write in English. Some kids at Jilkmingan are dealing with tragedy and trauma in their families, but still manage to get to school.
School's like the hub of our community. It's a safe place for these kids, not just for learning. So our job as teachers and educators to teach these kids, but also, help with their well-being as well.
Having gone to school here and living in community, Thomasina is uniquely placed to support the children.
I always told them that we'll always be there. I told them. Or some of the kids tell me when they're feeling sad, and I always take them for a walk and bring the cold water and wash their face and keep talking to them.
And why do you love being a teacher?
So that maybe one day they can, become anything they want to be. Some of the kids told me they want to be principal, teacher.
They told you they want to be you when they grow up.
Yeah.
That's pretty flattering. What type of fish do you usually catch?
Black brim.
Yeah.
Barramundi.
Barramundi. They're
Tail.
tasty.
Thomasina's family have a deep, ongoing relationship with river country. Places like this represent knowledge, connection and belonging, passed down through generations.
That's the one for the barramundi.
Yeah.
Yep.
This makes me feel happy. Going out bush with your family and knowing how to cook some fish on the fire and some damn pop.
Let's go. Good job.
I've signed up for the school excursion. We're heading into Mataranka for the night.
You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But Arabic.
Life has changed in the land of the Never Never. It's different to the world that Jeannie wrote of, and different to the land that it was before her.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are we going tonight?
But Mataranka still has a power and a pull. To never want to leave, or forever want to return. As a kid, I was hooked on books and movies about the Wild West. For many of us, the Never Never story was the first glimpse into the outback. But what I get now about Mataranka is how those early pastoralists and traditional owners shaped each other's futures. Some for better, some for worse. And out here in the land of the Never Never, they're honouring that past while making new tracks forward. And I can't wait to read the next chapter.
Next time on Backroads.
Check out this mad jump I'm going to do, Michelle. Oh, yeah.
I rediscover my inner child in the Victorian town of Forest. It's surrounded by forest and full of surprises.
My son, he said, look, you'll be in redneck country, you know, farming, and you'll be the only Muslims.
I thought I was going to be run out of town and crucified, but they've all been really good. Like, everyone's been really sweet.